The crypto bear market is here, it is savage, and the end is currently nowhere in sight. But just what do we need to see happen in order for us to actually start talking about the end of the bear market? Well, that is exactly the topic of today's video. What are the factors that we need to be paying attention to let us know when the bear market is over? Spoiler alert, it could be a while. My name's Lark. I make videos talking about investing. If that is a topic that you enjoy learning about, you like staying up to date with, then please subscribe to the channel and also give that thumbs up button just a little bit of love. By the way, if you are a cryptocurrency trader, then you need to get yourself an account over on Bybit. You can trade a wide variety of interesting spot markets for altcoins. You can trade their super popular futures markets for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and loads of altcoins as well, and even get into hot token sales. Use the link down below in the description. You can get $100 for free on sign up, plus 30% off of your fees and a further $4,100 in deposit bonuses. Just use that first link in the description. Okay. Now let's dive into this topic. Here are some of the things that I want to see happen in order for us to really start talking about an end to the bear market. The first, of course, is to break out of the damn downtrend that we are in right now. The orange line on the chart here represents the line that we need to beat moving forward. Currently, that line is approximately around the mid $30,000 range. It's like if we bumped straight up, we'd get up to like $36,000 something right now. But over time, that line will continue to come down. Price action will move up to meet it eventually. Now, two things I want to mention here. The first is that we could get some sweet relief rallies between now and whenever we cross over that line. This is the kind of rally that makes you think it's all over, the worst is behind us, everything is gonna be okay, and start pumping back to the moon, and then blammo, God, back down we go. Look for rejections near that line. Be careful. The second is that even if we cross this line, it could end up being little more than just a bear market rally, something like we saw back in 2019. Basically, not a new bull run. We do not get new high prices. Things can get pretty exciting for a little while, and then blammo, back down we go. That line, by the way, about lines up with the 200-day simple moving average, which, as I have said so many times before, is the bull-bear line. If we cross back over the 200-day simple moving average, we could kick off a new bull run for the market, or at the very least, a good old-fashioned bear market rally, which will be a welcome relief after all the crazy. Now, how long might it take us to get back above this line? Well, as you can see, in previous periods, it's taken anywhere from 2 to 6 months once the market has actually hit the bottom. We also see a coinciding here with touches of the 200-week moving average, which Bitcoin is currently trading under as being a key area, signaling that potential start for the bottom, and of course, a reversal months later. Now look, there's dozens of on-chain metrics and technical indicators that I could show you that historically would have told us at least that a bottom is at least getting close, if not already in, for Bitcoin and the crypto market more broadly. As we've discussed many times here on the channel, those different things, but our fate in the crypto market right now largely depends on the macro scene. So here are some situations that we absolutely need to see get resolved, or at least start to have a reversal, in order to expect to see significant market recovery. The first, of course, is inflation. Surprise! Inflation is dragging the markets down in a serious way, and I do not see any significant recovery really coming in beyond, of course, maybe just a relief rally or a bear market rally until inflation is really tackled. We'd all hoped that in March we had actually hit peak inflation, when in April the inflation rate fell from 8.5% in March down to 8.3% in April, but then the markets just got blammoed back down to reality when the numbers for May showed an increase back up to 8.6%, meaning that peak inflation has not yet hit, and that the Federal Reserve was not being aggressive enough in their attempts to tackle inflation. Now, this is a big if inflation numbers show a decline in inflation when the June data is released in about 2 weeks' time, then perhaps we could start to talk about a reversal for the markets. But my guess is that we'll need at least 2 months of inflation decline to actually be able to confirm that inflation has indeed peaked and that we're starting to trend downwards, meaning that markets will be unlikely to flip bullish before, at the very earliest, August. Until we see a definitive decline in inflation, I think we can put any bull market fantasies on hold. And what if we don't see peak inflation until like September or October? Well, then we're pushing it out towards the end of the year, right? With everything looking as bad as it does right now, I would not be surprised actually to see an increase for inflation in June, meaning that any market recovery could be potentially far away. If Bitcoin is any kind of an indicator here that we have hit a bottom or are near a bottom, then yeah, 2 to 6 months to go before we start seeing a trend reversal coming into play. The other big thing we need to see, of course, is for energy prices to come back down. You see, the war in Ukraine has caused absolute chaos in the energy markets, with many Western countries banning or reducing Russian energy imports. Now, this situation absolutely needs to be resolved before, again, we can really start talking about reversals. This is very much linked to inflation and all the rest of the stuff. And yes, China and India have started buying up all of that oil that Europe doesn't want anymore. But this is a big shock to the energy markets, and it's going to take itself some time to work out. Either the war ends, energy markets stabilize, or Europe and the USA get new oil and gas flows coming in from places like Venezuela, or maybe Saudi Arabia ramps up production. Although OPEC has been pretty gosh darn slow to respond to the demands from all the Western leaders to, hey, produce more oil, produce more gas, we want to buy it from you. One reason, of course, they don't like being told what to do. And the second reason, the crisis has actually caused energy prices to soar, as I'm sure you've noticed if you had to fill up your car recently or pay gas bills. So why would OPEC want to produce more when they can sell less oil for more money? The truth is that Russia and Saudi Arabia love the chaos in the markets. They're making huge profits. Well, consumers in the West are basically getting screwed at the pump or when their bills come through at the end of the month, thanks to, of course, the decisions from the political class. Now, until we see oil markets calm down, I doubt we see anything getting super bullish, and this may coincide with when inflation starts coming down, right? But the final thing I want to mention here for crypto is the wild cards. You see, crypto is correlated to equity markets until it isn't. We have had times when we've been very uncorrelated. Now, with 15% of the total market cap of crypto right now sitting in stable coins, the market is like a freaking powder keg just ready to explode. It just needs a spark. 2 potential sparks I can logically see happening potentially sometime this year are the approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF, in particular the one that Grayscale is currently pursuing. We've had lots of futures ETF products approved. A spot ETF is coming. The second wild card, of course, would be a country adopting Bitcoin. I mean, a more important country. And yay for the Central African Republic for adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. I applaud that move. Well done to you. But the markets obviously didn't give 2 shits about them doing that. But what would happen if, like, Switzerland did it? That would be crazy. Markets would go nuts on the speculation of that. Or what if Russia did it in a meaningful way? They've signaled that they're willing to adopt Bitcoin for energy sales. Petro Bitcoin, guys, it could be a thing. Also talking about allowing Bitcoin to be used for international payments within the country. Could also be a very big deal. But until any of that happens, batten down the hatches and prepare yourselves mentally, financially, for what could be a long crypto winter. At least we might get a decent relief rally soon. Fingers crossed. That could be fun. But really, no new bull market until what I just talked about starts to play out. Sorry. Anyway, do you agree with my analysis? Or is there something else that you are watching right now in regards to when the bear market is going to end? Let us all know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.